Hello everyone! Today I'm going to be doing a baking video because I've wanted to do a baking video for so long now, and also because I love anything that has to do with food. Making food, then getting to eat it is probably one of the coolest things and best things ever. So, today we're going to be making, or I'm going to be making, and you're going to be watching me make, banana bread. Welcome to my wonderful kitchen! This is where we're going to be making the banana bread. But before we begin, I'm going to be telling you the ingredients of what you need and how much of what you need. How much of the ingredients you need. So, let's begin. First of all, you need 2 eggs, and I have my 2 eggs here. Then, you need to get 3 bananas. Also, a little tip, the browner the bananas, the better. 4 ounces of butter or an alternate. This is an alternate to butter. This is margarine, I think, so there's no dairy in this. It's called Earth Balance. Some sugar, you can use whatever sugar you want. I'm using organic cane sugar for this banana bread. And flour. Now you will need 2 cups of flour and 1.5 cups of sugar. Although this is a recipe that can be modified in any which way form or whatever you want to do. So you don't have to use 1.5 cups of sugar. If you find that to be too sweet for you, then reduce it. And I would stick with using 2 cups of flour, but if you want to use less or more, then go ahead, be my guest. Feel free to experiment. But this is what the recipe is, so this is what I'm using. Now for the equipment. You will need a bowl, and I have a medium-sized bowl here. A wooden spoon or a spoon of some sort, preferably a big wooden spoon, because you know you need to use it to stir. A thing to put your banana bread in, so a bread tin I think is what it's called. And some parchment paper and or extra butter to grease down inside of your bread tin. Let's move on to the steps. Step number 1, gather your 3 bananas right here and unpeel them. 1 at a time. Also, I'd like to add, make sure you wash your hands before doing this. I have already washed my hands, but you don't want to be working with dirty, germy hands. Then, get your butter or alternative, whatever you're using, and mush it in with a banana. So for this next bit, you will need a fork or a potato masher. I like to use potato masher because I think it works a lot better than a fork. Also, it's bigger, so it's more time efficient. But if you want to, you can use a fork. And what you're going to do is you're going to mash your butter alternative and the bananas together. It also helps if you let the butter sit on the counter for a little bit because it becomes softer. I didn't do that. That was my mistake. So, oops. Also, hair back, I just remembered that, so he doesn't get in the food, because that's bad if it gets in the food. No one wants to find a hair in their food. Yeah, so mush, mush, mush. Also, I forgot to say this in the beginning, but preheat your oven to 365 degrees Fahrenheit. I will post the equivalent to that in the description below, along with the ingredients and step-by-step thing for this recipe. So if you don't understand anything that I'm saying in this, you can look down below and you can read if that's easier for you. Yeah. After you've mushed it all up, it should look something like this. It looks kind of like gross eggy stuff, but yeah, kind of like baby food. It should look like a soft, squishy baby food. After you've mushed up your banana and your butter or alternative, just basically add in the rest of the ingredients. So I'm going to start by adding in the 2 eggs. So I don't like my banana bread to be too sweet, so what I'm going to do is instead of adding 1.5 cups of sugar to this, I'm probably just going to add a cup. And here's a cup of sugar. And then I'm going to add 2 cups of flour, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video. Also, self-raising flour, if you have that, then you don't need to add the next ingredient, which I forgot to mention in the beginning, which is baking powder. This is all-purpose flour, and if you use all-purpose flour, then be sure to use baking powder, because otherwise, your banana bread won't rise. That rhymes. I like that. And I just have to say, the flour is my enemy in the kitchen. It gets everywhere, and I don't like it. But I actually forgot 2 other ingredients, which was the baking powder, and also you need a tiny bit of salt in there. Just a itty bitty bit. I don't know why you put salt in it. Just a pinch of salt. And then, however much baking powder you need equivalent to the amount of flour you used, you put in here. And I'm just kind of freeballing it. Because I'm a good baker, and usually it works. I'm hoping that this time it works as well. Well, then after you've put all the basic ingredients in, you can add whatever else you want to add in. And I like to add a tiny bit of vanilla to mine. It gives it a little bit of a kick or a flavoring, but not too much, because if you add too much, it just tastes like vanilla bread. And that's not what we're making here, we're making banana bread. And after you've added in all the ingredients that you want to use, you stir it up with your wooden spoon. Like so. I don't know if I could show you. Like so, like this. And after you have mixed it all up, it should look something like this. And if you want, you can try and get the clumps out of it. This is still a bit stiff, but you don't want to make it too smooth, because otherwise it won't be good. So you can do this next step before you make the batter for the banana bread, or you can do it afterwards. I like to do it afterwards. I don't know why, I just always have done it this way. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get your banana bread tin, or your bread tin, and you're gonna grease it or put parchment paper in it. Now I like to grease it because I feel like that's easier for me to just do, because sometimes when I have to cut the parchment paper, it doesn't always fit the shape of my banana bread tin, or my bread tin, whatever. Get some butter and just grease the inside of your tin, like so. Also make sure to get the corners of the banana bread tin. It's very important that you do that. Sometimes I forget to grease inside the corners, and getting the bread out of the tin is really hard. So, after you're done greasing your bread tin, it should look something like this, all greased up. Yay! Then what you want to do is take your bowl of delicious banana bread batter, that sounded so American, batter, and tip it into your bread tin, like so. I always have trouble doing this, but let's see if I can do it today without having to fail my butt off. When you've done that, I have a trick for flattening this out, because you may be like, well, one end of the banana bread now is thicker than the other. It has more batter on one than the other. What you're gonna do is you're gonna shake your banana bread in the tin like this, back and forth along the counter, and then you just pat it down like that. Put it against the counter a few times. Earthquake! And it should flatten and get all the air bubbles out of your batter. When your batter is ready and your oven is ready, the next step is to basically put the batter in your bread tin in the oven. So let's do that. Then basically, after you've put your banana bread in the oven, you're gonna wait for an hour, and it should be done. If it needs any more time, then you can check by using a toothpick, by sticking it into the center of your banana bread. And if anything sticks to it or it looks gooey still, then leave it in for a little bit longer. Some ovens vary on heat, so. So here is the completed banana bread, yay! I'm gonna continue to take it out in a few minutes. Probably about 15 minutes, I'll let it sit in there. I should probably get one of these. And put it on top of here. Wrong way around, Amy. You're doing this wrong. Okay, where's the glove? Mitt.
doing this awkwardly because I'm not left-handed. Okay, there we go. There it is. There is the finished banana bread. So here is the final banana bread out of the oven, out of the bread tin, ready to go and be served up. I am so excited to start eating this. I cannot wait.
Thank you for watching this video, and if you liked it, please leave a comment down below or give it a thumbs up to show me that you did. I hope you enjoyed this baking video. I plan to do more baking videos in the future, so if you are interested, keep an eye out for those because I really want to do more. I love baking, it's a passion of mine, and I think it would be fun to do. Thank you again for watching this video, and I will see you next time. See you on the internet, guys. Bye!